$608.06 in 2005 to $820 per month in 2012. And the median value of homes owned by African Americans just decreased from $126,000 in 2011 to $122,200 in 2012. So let's talk about the poverty. And we hear all the numbers, and we hear the issues of poverty here in Schenectady and also across the state and the country. So the rate of poverty in the city of Schenectady, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, currently is 23.9%. People of color live in poverty here is 42%. However, kids living in poverty is 51%. This is 13th highest in the country. However, 40% of the city of population is people of color, and 20% of the city of Schenectady is African Americans. I wanted to share those statistics with you to put the numbers in the forefront as reality of moving forward, talking about this issue of fair housing and equal opportunities amongst all races and creeds and backgrounds. I have a background not only in fair housing, but also I am a product of being in fair housing. I grew up in Binghamton, New York. My mother was a single mother. She raised us basically in public housing for our first 13 years of life. She was very active with the neighborhood association that she was part of during our complex. She was part of the municipal housing board. She was very active in the community and politically. However, she taught us the importance of having a decent living, but also not only a decent living, but decent housing and home ownership. It's not about where you live that makes you who you are. It's about the character and integrity of who you are. And so she taught us about the spirit of excellence. Everything you do in the spirit of excellence. Do the best with what you have. Take care of what you have besides of the small things. Until that time, we lived in fair housing. We moved out of fair housing. We moved out of public housing. And we bought a home. From the beginning when we were in public housing, she taught us about taking care of what you have, being able to own your home, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But don't give up in the middle. We moved out, bought a home, and from there she remarried. We moved here after high school. I went to college here. We lived in Troy. My stepfather had a home there. Not only a home, but my parents became landlords of 4 or 5 properties in the city of Rensselaer. My parents taught me how to be a landlord at the age of 16, 17, 19, 20. Very time-consuming, but I learned the importance about home ownership. From there, we continued to own properties. We had our own summer home in Myrtle Beach because my dad is an avid golfer. And that, I can't stand golf to this day, but because of living on the greens and eating the greens. So that's not to you golfers. I lived with a golfer most of my adult life, and it's like living on the greens. You're sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden there's a ball, boom, coming to your window in Myrtle Beach. But with all jokes aside, my parents taught us to do everything in the spirit of excellence. Be a good steward of what you have. Don't despise the small stuff. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but don't give up in the middle. Whatever you have, keep it clean, take care of it until you have more, because once you have more, you can appreciate what you have because the small things taught you how to take care of what you have. So as we continue to talk about this issue and the information that I shared with you this afternoon, let's continue to work together, not only as a community, but as a state, as a nation, to ensure that individuals have the equal opportunities of housing and not to prohibit discrimination by housing providers, illegal, and the illegal, not to discriminate based on age, race, creed, or familiar status, but to let folks know that they are valuable and not to judge people because they live in public housing. Not to judge people because they may rent. You may not know why people rent, but it's all about how they will finish. And if we show people that we care about them and we hear them, then we give them opportunities to grow and to be a good law-abiding citizen. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. And the Human Rights Commission is not only a friend, but we are a partner and an ally in this conversation for fair housing. So thank you.
Kindly would like to ask Mr. Mayor to present some of the awards to our distinguished award winners. And we will start with the Fair Housing Award for Donna Gonzalez.
Donna has worked tirelessly with tenants and landlords, mediating and preventing homelessness in the city of Schenectady. Her daily work has helped find shelter for many individuals and families that otherwise would be homeless. Donna has been employed by the Schenectady Community Action Program for nearly 15 years, and during her tenure at SCAP, Donna has continually demonstrated her commitment and dedication to serving the community. She's worked tirelessly to improve and expand upon SCAP services, contributing greatly to the agency's standing in our community, and has also created a role as an innovator and leader. Additionally, Donna is a legend among her colleagues. She is most known for her homelessness prevention program, which she helped develop and refine over the past decade. Donna has recognized the gap in services to help evict tenants and to stop eviction and prevent homelessness. She saw this as an opportunity for SCAP to meet an urgent community need. Even though there was no funding available, Donna met the challenge by offering mediation between landlords and tenants, and thereby helping tenants prevent potential homelessness and landlords avoiding the loss of rental income. She's also provided education on how to conduct legal evictions and the rights and responsibility of tenants and landlords in housing code regulations. And Donna, you are really a great asset for this community, and we're so proud to be able to present this to you today.
Thank you.
I want to thank Ahmad, Mayor McCarthy, and the City of Schenectady for selecting me for this distinguished award. For almost 16 years of my employment at SCAP, I have been a very passionate and sometimes aggressive advocate for a slightly different perspective on fair housing. Mine is landlord-tenant issues. I was very fortunate enough to start my little passionate career as a court advocate through Schenectady City Court. And when I do landlord-tenant trainings, one thing I can tell you is we all can really relate to this analogy. When it comes to landlord-tenants, and housing knows as a landlord, and my counterparts over here with the Housing Authority and my friends over there at Legal Aid, it's always hard to be in the middle. And unfortunately, that is my position. I hear the landlord side, I hear the tenant side. So the best way I can describe it is when you have an affair, you're just having a relationship, you know, things are really good. But then as you have your first dispute with your relationship, you know what, guess what, I'm not gonna shovel the sidewalk, I'm not gonna do this. Now you're not gonna pay your rent. Now you're gonna go to divorce court, and that's where I'm at. I'm in the divorce called City Court. I was very fortunate enough through my work there to now work in Schenectady Code Court, and through the assistance of code enforcement, and thanking Eric and his department for helping me, work with landlords. So safe, decent, and affordable housing has always been a very, very big goal for me. I think it's a very important goal. It's always fluctuating, and it's still going to be something that I strive for, and I think the city of Schenectady is definitely on the right task. I would like to take a moment to tell you my newest endeavor. On March 6th at 8:30, I was going to court to work with the Schenectady Housing Authority because that was our court date. I've been involved at SCAP for 15 years. I have known numerous people, and I'm always centrally located in court facing J Street. On that day, I saw devastation called 100, 102, 104 J Street. Since that time, I have been working with helping these tenants. I think the community at large, and I think everybody here, should be very well applauded on how well this community came together to assist these people. So I would like to applaud everybody here in the city and the mayor for our actions. This is a task that I'm still currently working on, and I would like to thank everybody for this award, because the award does not come just to me, it comes to everybody. And in closing, I would just like to say one thing, and when I do speak, I do close with this one statement. Through faith, everything is possible. Thank you very much.
Could Ed August come up? Okay. I'll bring it to you, Ed. Ed, has spent many years at BNI, and he has been such a tremendous asset to the community. He's made such a difference in so many people's lives, improving the quality of housing in our neighborhoods. And so today I'm proud to present to him the key to the city. And the City of Schenectady recognizes and thanks you for your years, the 29 years of let me put my glasses on there. The City of Schenectady recognizes and thanks you for your 29 years of commitment, dedication, and endless hours to assist the residents of Schenectady. You were a true asset to the community, and I wish you well in your retirement. So I'm proud to present the key to the city to Ed August. Could Kim Marie Shepard come up from the... Kim Marie is the Executive Director of Bethesda House. And just to recognize you, just wanted to give you a proclamation from the Mayor's office on behalf of the city. Whereas Kim Marie Shepard is currently the Executive Director of Bethesda House. And whereas Kim Marie's commitment to ensuring the quality services are provided to Schenectady County's homelessness and impoverished citizens. And prior to joining Bethesda House, Kim Marie held the controller's position at a multi-million-dollar not-for-profit agency in Albany. Notably is her substantial experience in finance and administration, developing innovative resolutions and projects, and advancing the agency's programs. And whereas Kim Marie is maintaining the integrity of the agency's mission, balancing the agency's financial status, and being a strong community partner is hallmark of her leadership. And whereas Kim Marie's greatest strengths are creativity, drive, leadership, and foresight, and Kim Marie thrives on challenge, and particularly those that expand the agency's reach to end homelessness. And whereas Kim Marie's forward thinking and can-do philosophy has made Bethesda House the agency the community turns to for its hardest to serve. Kim Marie has expanded the service and continues to lead the agency in a direction that meets the challenging needs of Bethesda House population. And now, therefore, I, Gary McCarthy, Mayor of the City of Schenectady, do hereby proclaim April 29th, 2015 as Kim Marie Shepherd Day in the City of Schenectady, and thank her for her service to the city, the homeless, making their lives better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And again, this concludes our program for today, but still you have time to network and exchange information, and you have another year to work hard for those that need your assistance and help. Thank you again for coming, and enjoy the rest of the day.